Hello and welcome. Today we've got a pretty interesting topic that we're going to talk about, and it might be a topic that's been on the back of your mind for a pretty long time. That is, why are you still stuck? Why is it that what you want to accomplish is not gaining any momentum, any progression in your life, and you're just frustrated and still staying put in the position that you're in? Why is that? Everyone asks this question. We all go through the same thing. Now, there are a few psychological factors that are actually behind why you're stuck, as well as different factors such as spirituality or environment that might be holding back emotions that allow you to push forward. But we're going to deep dive into this topic today, really explore all that there is to explore, and we're going to look at two primary psychological states of actually why you are not moving forward with the task that you want to accomplish, or your goals, dreams, and ambitions. So, to really understand this, we have to understand the purpose of our mind. Our mind's construct, or the way that it's constructed in order to achieve certain goals, is based on two states, and that's survival and comfort. You see, our mind wants to operate either, are we in comfort? Is this something that I'm doing that is making me safe? Or is the objective that I'm trying to achieve, or the task that I'm actually doing right now, conflicting with my survival instincts, either being a challenge to threat or challenge to character? And we'll go into a little bit more of these states and what they actually mean and why you might be in them. So, what is actually comfort? What is a comfort state? Now, a comfort state, you have to look at it based on a boundary or perimeter of your belief system. What your mind chooses to believe in essentially will become the boundaries of what your mind perceives reality, or what your mind might perceive as possible. For example, if you don't think that you can be a public speaker, you don't believe that you can walk up on stage and deliver a speech without fumbling what you're going to say, your mind will construct your believable reality to exclude that from your comfort zone. So every time you're going to go and do a presentation, or you're going to go speak at maybe an event or in a board meeting or something related with work, you'll actually achieve a survival state in doing so, and it will shut you down to make sure that you remain in comfort. So the mind's primary objective is to keep away from survival and to sustain comfort. So if we don't assess our beliefs or our parameters with what we want to accomplish and link them to what we want to accomplish, we're essentially going this never-ending cycle of in and out of comfort zones, and your mind will always default the reality that it chooses to believe in. So, how does that relate to the survival state? The irony in all of this is that what you want to accomplish most in life psychologically is essentially a belief parameter is in your undesired state. So what you desire the most actually lies in a survival state, because you have to alter your belief parameter to support that dream, goal, and ambition. For example, if you want to be the Olympian at the 1500 meter running in track and field events, if your belief parameter doesn't support the identity of what you want to accomplish, or that person that you need to embody, the momentum, empowerment, and purposeful direction of your tasks in order to achieve what you want to accomplish won't be in a line, and your mind will subconsciously keep you in a comfort zone that best supports the reality that you identify. So I guess the kind of question is, what is it that you're trying to get unstuck from? Where is it that you're actually going? Who is it that you need to become? Do you need to alter certain belief parameters in your life to support a greater reality? So our dreams correlate to these. All the identities and dreams that you want to accomplish have to correlate to your beliefs. Otherwise, the survival and state beings will not correlate to what you want to accomplish, and therefore you actually get stuck and you get frustrated and you try to move and you go into this uncomfortable territory, and then what happens? You come back to your comfort zone, you come back to ground level. And it's not necessarily because you didn't take the action. It comes down to when you took the action, you elicited a survival state, which is not comfortable. And your mind's protective psychology has kicked in and done everything possible to make sure that you can't move out of that comfort zone. Now, what if I tell you there are two ways to actually get out of comfort zone, to actually reallocate survival and comfort states based on your beliefs as well as your dreams and ambitions? How would your life be different? It'd be pretty remarkable. Now, I've tested this out quite a bit, and especially with clients of mine, and if you're really interested in finding out how you can do that, leave a comment and I'll make a part 2 video on how to inverse survival and comfort states, or how to actually alter the state of being to support your dreams and ambitions. So you might be quite familiar with the fight, flight, or freeze response, which is a psychological nervous system response to threats. So when there's a threat in your environment, you might, 1, freeze, you can't move, you're just stagnant and you let the threat destroy you. Or number 2, you might actually decide to fight back, stand your ground. Or number 3, you might flight, you might run away, you might get as far away from the stimulus that is causing the threat as possible. These are all physical. These are all physical responses to a physical threat. But often or not, we don't associate the mental fight, flight, or freeze response from an external threat, either on our character or environment as well. Now, for example, this correlates to the survival or comfort state. So if you're pushing uncharted territory, you're going into survival, you're making content on YouTube, you're doing something that you're not quite familiar with, you are now in a survival instinct, and your mind will play as the respondent to that threat, to the stimulus, to the flight, or freeze response. You'll start feeding yourself negative thoughts, negative beliefs. Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. This is out of my reach. It's not factual. It's not supported by any factual evidence. The fact that your mind is saying that, but you can still go do what you want to do, is false. It's just your mind's response to being in a threat, trying to pull you back to comfort. You need to be able to identify this in order to move to the next stage of your life. If you want to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, you have to be able to understand the 2 states, comfort and survival, and how they relate to your current psychology, your beliefs and parameters that are coding your reality, to your future psychology, the beliefs and parameters of who you need to embody so you can achieve your goals and ambitions. If you want a little bit more help with this, I actually run an institution where I help people increase their self-awareness and their consciousness so they can maximize their momentum, the things that they're trying to accomplish, their empowerment, their energy levels and belief systems, and their purpose, connecting to something greater beyond just the daily activity that they're doing. If you would like some help with this, leave a comment in the comment section, leave a comment saying help, or if you'd like a part 2 where I talk about survival and comfort states and the 2 best ways to either increase or flip these, how to overcome these 2 states, leave a comment for part 2 as well. There's also a link in the description if you want to check out a little bit more about what I do. Instead of just typing in help, click on the link. There is a free video where I'll actually give you a system to achieving what you want to achieve. Now, this is bulletproof. It does work if you do the work. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please leave your comments below. It's been a pleasure.